Hello, this is John at the Home Caregiving Channel. Today, our topic is APS, Adult Protection Services. It's not if I get into an investigation, it's when will I get into an investigation. And last video I said, if you get mad, get outside and do some jumping jacks or something. Get that out of you. Because you do that in the home, your loved one might just say to a nurse coming in the home, he's mean. And then by law, that nurse has to notify Adult Protective Service. And by law, they have to come in to your home. I came home one day after work in a prison. I walked in the door and there was a woman in my house talking to my wife. She said, "Sir, you need to go back outside. I'll let you know when you can come back in." Okay. So I went outside and I had a lawn chair out there. It was a beautiful day. It was like September. I sat down in a chair, light breeze blowing, the birds were singing. It was nice. It was nice. I was out there 20, 30 minutes. Then she came to the door and said, "You come in now." So I came in the door and said, "Thank you." And she said, "For what?" I said, "Thank you for that blessed break you gave me. It was wonderful outside." When you get into a investigation of the Adult Protection Service, understand that they are just people too. They're just doing their job. Understand? It's their job to do. Understand, you show anger, you're going to feed right into that investigation. That's my first point. Don't feed into the investigation. It's detrimental to you. I went to get my license inspected, and I was sitting there talking to a guy, and I was talking about APS investigation. He said they did that to my son. Came to his job, arrested him, and threw him in prison. The Adult Protective Service does not run upon evidence. Did you hear that? The Adult Protective Services does not do evidence. It's a preponderance of evidence. That's a lot different. Does it look like abuse? And then it must be abuse. They'll take you in front of a judge, and if that judge believes that preponderance of evidence is true, off to prison you go. That old man told me his son's still in prison. Be it known, caregivers, when you get investigated, let your yes be yes and your no's be no's. That's all you need to say. You dang almost need a lawyer with you. But I doubt any caregivers can afford that. Hear me understand, caregivers. Let your yes be yes, your no's be no, and do not feed into the investigation. Here's what I had to do. I invented a board, and I'll do that next. I invented a board, 1 through 6 on the top, then colonized the valves, and then colonized the constants. If your loved one cannot use their mouth, their hands, can't sit, can't move, you can talk to them. It's not like talking you and me together, you and I, but it's good enough for communication. I had to stand at my board and turn myself in as she told a nurse that I was mean. Yeah. Do not feed into the investigation. They got a job to do. They're people just like us. I went through 7 of them. My wife was narcissistic. She liked to see me in pain. That will make you mad at an investigation. Do not take it out on your loved one. Go outside, go run a mile, go do some push ups, do some whatever, run in place. Whatever you got to do to get rid of that shock. Yeah, get rid of that shock. It's not when, if I will be investigated, it's when. So be ready. That your yes be yes, your no be no, and don't feed into it. The people just like us, I guarantee you, I believe out of 70 million homes, 20% are going to get caught up in it. That's 241,000 people thrown into prison. The prisons are overcrowded now. Wait till caregiving hits at the baby boomers. It is what it is. It's the caregiving world. You may not have known when you signed up for it, like me, honey, I'll take care of you at diagnosis, no matter what. And I did. Boy, it cost me. It was hard. Caregiving is hard. Do not feed into the investigation. I got investigated once where she had bruises on her. What happened was I did a full body soap, and then she started falling out of the bath chair, and I tried to grab her and couldn't. She's too slippery. And that's what she said. That's what I said. It's caregiving at its finest. I want you to stay free. I want you to stay free. I want you to be a better caregiver than I was, than my family was. You can be if you watch all my videos. You can be if you get my free program to all the societies and to all the states. Well, that's a deal. That's a steal of a deal. I can show you how you can make 10% on the money. What can you do that anywhere else in the world? I can show you if I get cancer today, I can get a life insurance policy today. I can show you how to set up a business in the home and not pay taxes. I didn't pay taxes for 7 years. Every April, I got $3,500 back into my budget. That was nice. I can teach you how to do that. I can teach you how the care mode and what goes on in it. The continuous care mode and what goes on in it. and how to understand hospice. I can tell how you hospice, how they operate. They do a wonderful job. I called them about 18 months too late. Don't do that. Call hospice where they suggest. You'll have a doctor call you up and say, I think it's time for hospice. Do it. It's much better. Insurance doesn't pay custodial care, but in hospice, insurance pays for custodial care because they pay all the charges of hospice. Finally, you get a break. Finally, you get a break in the system once you get to hospice. And there's where I want 2 church volunteers to come in and do housework. Feel me? That housework's been piled up for years. It's only, you can get it done only on maybe a Saturday or Sunday while they are sleeping. And really, where you need to be asleep. But you ain't getting it because you have to do the housework. This is a tough subject. It's got hard implications. Do not abuse your loved one, or you'll pay for it, quite literally, sitting in prison. This is John and Home Caregiving Channel saying beware, warning, when you get into an investigation. But it is what it is. Good night.